Netflix's thriller Untamed grabbed a lot of attention with its mix of mystery, drama, and jaw-dropping wilderness shots. And while it's technically filmed in Canada, yeah, plot twist, the story is set in Yosemite National Park. And honestly, it shows off a lot of truths about the real Yosemite. Because Yosemite isn't just a pretty background. It's huge, dangerous, beautiful, wild, and sometimes straight-up unforgiving. Millions of people visit every year, but hundreds of them also get rescued every year because they underestimated the park. So if you thought Untamed was just Hollywood exaggerating, nope. Yosemite really is that intense. And hey, before we start, click that subscribe button, because we've got plenty more videos exploring the wild side of America's national parks. Do it now, otherwise Yosemite bears might come for your snacks. And trust me, they love trail mix more than you do. 1. Yosemite is vast and remote. The first thing Untamed gets right is how ridiculously huge Yosemite is. Like the park is bigger than Rhode Island. Yeah, the entire state. So if you've ever driven across Rhode Island and thought, wow, that was quick, just know Yosemite laughs in square miles. Most tourists hang out in Yosemite Valley, the famous spot with Half Dome and El Capitan posing like influencers for your vacation selfies. But that valley is just a tiny sliver of the park. Step off the main road and you've got over 1,000 square miles of wilderness. No Wi-Fi, no Starbucks, just you, trees, and probably a squirrel judging you. And here's the kicker. Search and rescue happens about 150 to 200 times a year. That's not because people are dumb. Okay, sometimes it is. It's because once you leave the crowds, you're in serious wilderness. You can get lost faster than your phone loses battery on 5%. Lesson? Yosemite is big. Like really big. Don't treat it like a theme park. Respect the size, plan ahead, and don't be that person who thought a 10-mile uphill hike was just a casual stroll. 2. Steep cliffs shape the park. If you've seen Untamed, you know the cliffs play a starring role. And honestly, that's accurate. Yosemite's granite walls are insane. El Capitan shoots up over 3,000 feet like nature's skyscraper. Half Dome looks like someone sliced a mountain in half just to flex. These cliffs are incredible and terrifying. Every year, climbers tackle El Capitan and hikers peek over edges at spots like Taft Point. And every year, accidents happen. It's not because the cliffs are unfair. It's because gravity is undefeated. And here's a fun fact. Those cliffs weren't just dropped there. Glaciers carved them over thousands of years. So when you're standing at the edge, freaking out about how high it is, you can thank ancient ice cubes for the view. Lesson? Yosemite's cliffs are jaw-dropping, but they're also a reminder not to mess with nature. Admire them, climb them if you're trained, but please, don't lean too far over the edge trying to get that perfect tick-tock. 3. Waterfalls are powerful and dangerous. Waterfalls in Untamed are basically like characters themselves, dramatic, moody, and sometimes terrifying. And that's actually spot on. Yosemite's waterfalls are some of the tallest in North America. Yosemite Falls drops over 2,400 feet. Vernal and Nevada Falls roar along the mist trail and soak you whether you like it or not. But here's the thing, waterfalls are gorgeous and deadly. Every year people slip, fall, or flat out ignore the "don't climb here" signs. Spoiler, nature doesn't care if you're an adrenaline junkie. Those slippery rocks, they don't come with a safety net. The mist trail is famous because it's beautiful and because it's dangerous. The granite steps are wet all year, and one wrong step could send you into the river. In Untamed, waterfalls add drama. In real life, they add headlines. Lesson? Love the waterfalls, take the selfies, but respect the danger. And for the love of all things wild, don't go swimming near the edge. Unless you've always wanted to star in your own very short-lived reality show called Darwin Awards, Yosemite Edition. 4. Weather can change instantly. Untamed shows characters getting caught in storms out of nowhere. And honestly, that's classic Yosemite. The park goes from sunny picnic vibes to "I should have packed an ark" in no time. Here's why. Yosemite's got serious range and elevation. In the valley, you're chilling at around 2,000 feet. Hike up to the High Sierra, and you're suddenly at 13,000 feet. That's the difference between t-shirt weather and hypothermia starter pack. Thunderstorms can roll in fast. One moment you're sipping Gatorade, the next you're running for cover while lightning turns Half Dome into the world's scariest lightning rod. And yes, people have been hit before. Mother Nature does not play. Lesson? Always pack layers, always check the forecast, and don't be that person hiking in cotton thinking it'll be fine. Cotton is basically a sponge, and hypothermia loves sponges. Be smart, dress smart, and remember, Yosemite's weather has trust issues. 5. Wildlife is everywhere. One thing Untamed gets right is the constant reminder that Yosemite is alive. We're talking bears, coyotes, deer, birds, squirrels, and oh yeah, the occasional snake. Bears are the big stars. Back in the day, Yosemite bears were basically running a buffet. Tourists left food out and bears turned into giant furry raccoons with zero manners. These days, the park is strict. Food has to be locked in bear boxes or canisters. And guess what? It works. Bear incidents dropped by over 90%. But here's the deal, seeing a bear is magical, until it's sniffing around your backpack because you packed Doritos. Don't feed wildlife. Don't try to pet a deer. And definitely don't think a squirrel is your friend. That little guy is basically a fluff ball with rabies potential. Lesson? Enjoy the wildlife from a distance. Respect them, photograph them, and for the love of trail mix, keep your snacks locked up. Otherwise, you might just end up as Yosemite's next bear encounter story. And trust me, that's not the souvenir you want. 6. Trails range from easy to extreme. In Untamed, you see everything from casual strolls to hardcore hikes. And yep, that's real Yosemite. The park has over 750 miles of trails. You can go from a flat walk to Bridal Veil Fall, which takes like 15 minutes, to the Half Dome hike, which is basically, are you sure you trained for this? Half Dome is no joke. It's 14 to 16 miles round trip with nearly 5,000 feet of elevation gain. That's like climbing a skyscraper, then doing it again, and then pulling yourself up cables at the end. Oh, and you need a special permit just to try. On the flip side, Yosemite also has chill walks for families, like Mirror Lake Loop. The point is, there's something for everyone. But here's the catch. People underestimate hikes all the time. Every year, folks head out with one water bottle and a granola bar and end up calling for rescue like it's Uber Eats. Lesson? Choose a trail that matches your actual fitness level, not your Instagram aspirations. Nobody's impressed if you collapse halfway up Mist Trail. Pack right, plan right, and remember, Yosemite trails don't care how many steps you get on your Fitbit. 7. Search and rescue is real. Untamed's big theme is people going missing. Sounds dramatic, right? Except in Yosemite, it's real. Every year, 150 to 200 search and rescue missions happen. That's everything from sprained ankles to people vanishing completely. The park's terrain makes it tough. We're talking steep cliffs, dense forests, rivers, and weather that can turn on you instantly. Rangers use helicopters, horses, drones, and good old-fashioned hiking boots to try and find people. Sometimes it works. Sometimes the story never gets a happy ending. There are even famous cold cases in Yosemite. Experienced hikers, people who knew what they were doing, just disappeared. No phone signal, no witnesses, no closure. It's chilling, and it's part of why Untamed hits so hard. Lesson? Yosemite is not Disneyland. You can't just wander off the trail, ignore the map, and assume everything will be fine. Respect the wilderness, tell people your plans, and don't take risks you can't back up. Remember, the rangers are superheroes, but even they can't always find you in time. 8. Yosemite holds human history too. Untamed hints at secrets buried in the park's past. And Yosemite really does have layers of history. Long before it was a national park, the Ahwahneechee people lived here for thousands of years. Their stories and traditions are tied to the land in ways most visitors can't even begin to imagine. Fast forward to the 1800s, and you've got John Muir, nature's original hype man, writing essays that basically convinced the world Yosemite was worth saving. Then President Lincoln signed the Yosemite Grant in 1864, which was like the beta version of the whole national park system. And let's not forget the miners, loggers, and tourists who left their own marks on the valley. Some of it good, some of it, let's say, questionable. But it all adds up to a human story layered on top of the cliffs and waterfalls. Lesson? Yosemite isn't just rocks and trees. It's a history book you can walk through. Every trail, every meadow, every overlook is connected to people who came before us. And yeah, that includes you taking a selfie at Tunnel View. Congratulations, you're part of history now. 9. Solitude can be both healing and risky. One of the coolest things Untamed gets across is that feeling of being completely alone in the wilderness. And if you've been to Yosemite, you know it's true. One minute you're stuck in valley traffic behind an RV, the next you're on a trail where the only sound is wind and your heartbeat. That solitude can be magical. It clears your head, makes you feel tiny in the best possible way, and gives you bragging rights later. Yeah, I hiked a trail where I didn't see a single soul for hours. Insta-caption locked and loaded. But solitude has a dark side. No people means no help if you twist an ankle, run out of water, or get caught in a storm. No cell signal. No backup. Just you and your life choices. It's peaceful until it's terrifying. Lesson? Solitude in Yosemite is a gift, but it's also a responsibility. Enjoy the quiet, soak up the views, but respect the risks. Because nothing ruins inner peace faster than realizing you're lost with 3% phone battery and one melted Snickers. 10. Yosemite is a character itself. At the end of the day, Untamed doesn't just use Yosemite as a backdrop. It makes the park a character. The cliffs, storms, forests, and waterfalls all shape the story just as much as the people. And that's exactly how Yosemite feels in real life. Ask anyone who's stood at Tunnel View at sunset, watched the fire fall in February, or dragged themselves up half-dome cables. Yosemite changes you. It's bigger than your problems, humbles your ego, and slaps you across the face with beauty you'll never forget. Lesson. Yosemite isn't just a place you visit. It's an experience, a vibe, a mood, a character you'll never stop thinking about. The real star of Untamed isn't the actors. It's Yosemite itself. So yeah, Untamed may be a fictional Netflix thriller, but the things it shows us about Yosemite are 100% real. The park is vast, dangerous, beautiful, full of history, and alive with wildlife. It's not just scenery, it's a force of nature. If you've been to Yosemite, you already know it stays with you. If you haven't, maybe this video gave you a taste of why it's worth the trip, and why you should prepare, respect it, and maybe pack more snacks than you think you'll need. Now here's your job. Drop a comment and tell me which of these lessons hit you the hardest. Was it the size of the park? The waterfalls? The fact that squirrels are secretly evil masterminds? Let me know. And don't forget, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and join us here on National Park Explorer for more adventures, mysteries, and stories from America's wildest places. Until next time, stay safe, stay curious, and maybe keep your trail mix locked up.